A common rookie mistake I find in Vancouver's animation industry is new crew who come in swinging with new ideas, suggestions, and innovations, clearly keen to make their mark on things. While this enthusiasm may be admirable, it can come off as looking incredibly uninformed and unfocused. The animation industry in Vancouver is a creative one, full of extremely talented, innovative, and inspiring artists. Every studio does things a little differently, and you may find that some studio cultures are more or less a better fit for you and your own working style. Remember that even if you come into a new role with inspiration and fresh perspective, you must stay focused on the job that you were hired to do. For example, if you're in production, do that. Don't get caught up planning a studio holiday party and team events. If you're an animator, do your shots. Don't spend your time trying to pitch your own show ideas to your studio. You were hired to do a job, so do it. Nobody is going to appreciate the discount you can get for a party element or the potential of your project if you're missing dailies notes or not meeting your shot quota. It's important to stay humble. In an age where everyone has their own personal brand and wants to make a name for themselves, you have to remember that intergenerational dialogue is extremely important, and overstepping with ideas and suggestions can make you look incredibly arrogant. Take your time to learn everything you can about your project, studio, and do your own job well. For example, a common frustration I find in this industry is among artists in production who go between VFX houses and mid-size animation studios. Crew from the former are often frustrated or surprised by the lack of tools and support available to them in a mid-size studio, and find department structures outside of a feature pipeline inefficient. You would do well to remember that different size studios have different limitations and opportunities. That's kind of why we differentiate between effects houses and animation studios. There is absolutely a lot of overlap and incredibly different resources. I do not want this video to discourage creative thinking, respectful curiosity, innovation, optimism, and thoughtful feedback. There is a time and place for all of this, and studios can and do change and grow and evolve. The rookie mistake I want to emphasize with this video is presuming your ideas are valuable and integral if you're not taking the time to listen and observe what is happening around you at work. Remember, spending our time listening rather than talking past people and expounding is so important that it is one of the 7 habits of Stephen R. Covey's self-help classic, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Covey says, quote, "If I were to summarize in one sentence the single most important principle I have learned in the field of interpersonal relations, it would be this: seek first to understand, then to be understood. This principle is the key to effective interpersonal communication."